anyways, we're gonna do reading. I'm gonna do reading. You do what you do. I'm not your mom. We're gonna try to slow down today a little bit. My allergies are acting up, so we'll see what's going on. Empress at the bottom of the deck. 7 of Swords reversed. Of the Spirit. There's an awareness as to who you really are. Like, in all the elements in which you are connected to. It's like, this is a very specific reference. It's like going to work with your partner for the first time. Having to like drop by or something and seeing them in their element at work. It's kind of like that. It's like an awareness of the Empress within you. She's still at the bottom of the deck, truly. Let's do this. Let's do some truth today, huh? Somebody that said that they didn't like the sound of card shuffling, and now I'm like intensely aware of it while I shuffle. But I just really like shuffling, the way it makes my body and my arms feel. So I'm like, wow, that's an audience lost. Sucks, but anyhow. 8 of Wands reversed. The Knight of Swords reversed. The 2 of Swords and Judgment. This is definitely giving struggle here. 8 of Wands reversed with the Knight of Swords both, well, the 8 of Wands and the Knight of Swords both coming out reversed, gives me this energy of like running in a dream, or of like everything around you moving in 3x or whatever it is. It's like this idea that something, it's like I feel out of proportion here. With the 2 of Wands or the 2 of Swords and Judgment, the 2 of Swords is like clarity, but clarity of choice. It's like the idea of like, I'm clear that this is not all that has to exist. Then with Judgment, that's a heart chakra activation. That's a release. You're saying, okay, I gotta align, because clearly if I'm moving faster than my surroundings, or if my surroundings aren't up to par or up to speed with me in any way, there's a lack of alignment. If that's, you know, like the world moving, whatever. If you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying, okay? But there's also an awareness that like you don't have to be this way, and you can choose, yeah, like I don't want to say a different path, but yeah. Yeah. I feel like you want, I know it's water, but I saw roots. You want a foundation. I don't know if that's like a traditional sense, or if it's something that's more, you know, like you and I are defined by you and I and not the world. So like a foundation that is foundational to you, but like you want to grow roots. But it's not the way it's intertwined is it's not for you that you want to do this, or for them that you want to do this. It's not like I want to fall in love and externally. Because of this past of like being out of alignment, you want something that is your center, that can move with you. You know how like the sun and the moon kind of move together? Something that grounds you and says, this is where you are. That can also evolve and move with you. Do you understand what the picture that I'm saying here? You're very integrated, where it's like, yes, I love you for you, but I'm also doing this for myself because I want something, someone, however, you know, like if it's a career, whatever it is, like I want something that is unchanged in my life. And it looks like for you, this is a foundational thing. So definitely your root chakra activation, your sense of security, safety, belonging. But this is foundational. Again, it could be anything. This is depicting as you know, two people, but it could be, again, career, whatever it is, like definitely root chakra. I'm sorry, but what did I just say? The sun and the moon are orbiting each other. Truly. The Two of Pentacles followed by the Queen of Swords, leading into the Four of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. You also, it's like you don't have a choice. You have like a solid choice and a choice that is there in theory but doesn't really exist. It's like an air ball. You see what I'm seeing here? Because the Two of Pentacles coming out reversed is saying like there's no choice here. There's no decision. With the Two of Wands or the Two of Swords, you got to choose where you wanted to kind of put your clarity, put your mind. But now you're sitting here thinking, I also have a choice. With that root chakra activation, again, it's like, it's a choice, but it's not really a choice. To accept this Queen of Swords energy is reversed, is bitter, cold, you know, reclusive. And if I'm able to see with the Four of Wands reversed, that's your wish fulfillment, your dream come true. When I was talking about the Two of Cups, what feels foundational to you, maybe you're giving a foundation that's like, that offers someone what they want, but in a way that they don't want it. You know? Or if this is like healing the past of like you have the choice to like let this person work through that, because then you have the Queen of Pentacles. That's your rock. That's your center. The Queen of Pentacles is, but to get there, there's grievances. Queen of Swords, Four of Wands, energy reversed. You have, this person is bitter because their wish fulfillment came out, you know, unbalanced. So while they should be, you know, celebrating with their 11-11 union, wish fulfillment, whatever, wish upon a star, once in a blue moon, however you want to describe it. While they should be relishing in that, can you accept the fact that they will be in this Queen of Swords energy where they're kind of bitter? And it does look like that leads to a Queen of Pentacles energy where they're like, okay, I'm abundant in all things, and losses are still wins, and blah, 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 blah. Like, they'll get there, but are you willing to, for your foundation, sit there and say, okay, maybe she's got a bone to pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, she's not playing around. She's like, only you know. Like, do you know? Are you willing to sit through that for a little bit? Because that's what you're looking for. Something to revolve around, and to revolve around you in a way that empowers each other and grounds each other for each other and for yourself. I feel like I got a bit of an accident at the end there. Maybe 2 more cards. Let's see. Page of Wands. The King of Pentacles reversed. Your advice is to stop focusing on the things this is heart, root, and solar plexus activation. Stop focusing on the things that you think are making you feel safe, secure, loved, belonging, loved, heard, seen, understood. And really ask yourself, like, do I feel these things here? In every moment, any moment you get. Because what you're presenting is like, yeah, like, I'm making sure. But, like, you don't know anything about yourself. And there's this defensiveness, like with the wolf here. You're like, come near me, I dare you. This is a protection of wealth. It's like, your value and your worth, but your value and your worth has been predetermined by other people. So it's like, it's high. Your worth is high to you, but it's not yours. It's not your worth. It's the worth that other people have put on you through whatever it is. And it's like, that's what you gotta let go. You gotta let go of everybody else's validation. Yeah, I feel some type of way about that. But like, validation of who you are. And you gotta say, okay, like, this is who I am and what I gotta do. I always say, like, you don't gotta love yourself, but you do have to accept yourself. The solar plexus is your freedom. Look, that bitch is free. She's over here saying, I'm, free. Free to be yourself. Free to do you. Free to be scared. Free to be strong. Free to be whatever it is that you want to be. But, like, free. Ooh, crazy here. But free nevertheless. Nevertheless. Free nevertheless. Because that's really what you're looking for, is you're looking for someone to ground you so that you can find. There's a lot of circles. Oh, I guess you didn't see that circle at the bottom here. Circle. There's a lot of circles here. There's a lot of cycles here. You're breaking out a lot of cycles here. And it really is just like being able to say, okay, like, can I let this go? Because you got beautiful dreams, my man. I say my man because it is a masculine energy that I'm reading, but I'll put this in the bio. But yeah, I feel like your dreams are noble. I feel like that's kind of what you were looking for, is like for someone to validate, like, oh my god, am I doing the right things? Yeah, I feel like your dreams are honorable and whatever it is, but I think um always consider your approach. That's it. I think that's the only advice that anyone could really give in this situation. And that's not like a bad thing, like consider your approach, but like, consider your approach. Like, what are the options? Always think, especially if you feel like life is moving around without you, really. You say, okay, so it's like, is it I'm the problem? Is it life's the problem? Is it where I am? Is it the people around me? What could be making me feel out of balance? Because if I was meant to be somewhere else, I would be. If I was meant to be someone else, I would be. If I was meant to be anything else, I would be. But I'm not. I am who I am, right? I always say, accept yourself first. You can learn to love yourself later. Accept yourself. First step. You're not going to be, taller or have smaller bones. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about the big boned ladies and things like you can't change what you've came here with, right? And people will make sure you know that. But can you move past that into saying, okay, not only am I okay, I mean, a little fucked up, bumpy around the edges, but I'm good. And I'm also worthy, present, lovable, whole, complete, honorable, joyful. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can also be, and that's where you're recognizing is like, you can have a life of your own. Is like, if the world isn't spinning around, or like, if it's not in alignment, you can create your own alignment. And that's what you're doing, is you're saying, okay, I know who I am. I know I have a tendency to be, just freelandish. And I need an anchor. I want this anchor to be something that, and this is like the voice of like a manifestation, but like, I want this anchor to be someone that is able to hold me and complete me in a balance that doesn't overpower or overshadow me, but also is allowed to be themselves, right? Like, the moon doesn't impose on the sun. They both move in fluidity and in kind of the alignment of the earth, right? But like a gravitational kind of pull, something that is your center. Like, we're not all of a sudden gonna have 15 moons, like, that's just, we know that there's one, and then like that's like a unknown kind of thing. It's a foundational to what we know about Earth, right? But this is me using the space talks because it was very clear about this idea of like, I'm thinking of I don't have like a hair tie or anything, but if you think of like a string, like, you need someone to, like, if I spin like a string on the pen, right? Like, I can spin the string and or I can spin the pen and the string will spin. But it's the idea of like, I'm the pen, where it's like, I keep you, whether you're moving here or here, I keep you in focus. Understand? Like, I keep you balanced. But I don't know why there's like such a nerve about it. It's like it's like, how dare you enjoy yourself for your own sake? How dare you do something just for you? It's like the gall, the audacity. Like, that's the response that I feel like you're anticipating, is the way that I want to word that. Is like, you're like, oh my god, people will look at me and be like, oh my god, you didn't, you couldn't, you shouldn't, da, 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 da. I feel like there's a non-confrontational kind of, but not in a way that's like, oh no, please don't hurt me, but in a way that's like, I'm gonna get very angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. Kind of like that, where you're like, your peace comes from chaos. So it still exists there. But you don't want intrusions on this new life that you're building. This is kind of flirty. Ah, this is kind of cute. It's giving very much like Edward and Bella from Twilight. Where he's like weirdly protective over her, but like he's a weirdo. So like she doesn't know that he's protecting her. But he's like, yeah, I'm the man. Please don't love me. I can never. You know, it's like very, again, with that gravitational, with that orbit, with this like, I'm drawn to you. It's very interesting. It's kind of flirty though. It's like this, like, yeah. It's cute. Take me onto the ball game. I don't know why they just popped into my head. Anyhow, I'll end it there. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.